Welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how you can do face detection using CameraX and MediaPipe in React Native's new architecture for Android. So let's get started. First let me show you guys the output. So here you can see that this is my app running. It is asking me for camera permission. I'll just give the camera permission, and here you can see the face has been detected. So now there is a bit of bug, like I don't know, I feel like this is a React Native issue. It is not detecting my mouth. I don't know why. This works perfectly fine in Flutter and native Android, but in React Native it is causing this issue. I don't know why this is happening. So if you are able to figure it out, do let me know in the comments. So I'll move my face out of the camera. So here you can see it disappears. If I move it back, it is able to recognize. So hopefully you got the point. So yeah, that's it. Let's see how to get started with this. So first you need to open this particular documentation over here. You need to scroll down, and here you need to download this particular model. Now the next full range model is not available, so you need to download this particular model. So just download it. Later on we will be bundling it inside our application. And to create a React Native project, I am using React Native 81, which is the latest at the time of me recording this video. And to create a React Native project, you can just run this command, but don't specify the version. You can just remove all this stuff so that you can use latest, which is 81, or whatever is the latest at the time of you guys watching the video. Then instead of turbo module example, you can give it some your own project name, whatever you feel is right for your application. Once you create a project, you can ignore CocoaPod installation, because if this is only targeting Android. Then here you can see that we need to create a specs folder, and here we need to create this particular file. So here you can see, once your React Native project is created, just create a specs folder inside the root of your React Native project, and here you need to create this TypeScript file. Now here I have named it as my I messed up a little bit. We need to go to this particular documentation over here. Anyways, it's really the same thing. So here you can see they have created this file, right? So here I have named it as my camera native component.ts, because web view does not make sense in our case. Okay, and this native component is very important. You need to write the name as native component in your file, otherwise the code generation will not able to pick up your TypeScript file. Now I have literally copy pasted all this code from the documentation. Only thing is, here I have changed the name as custom my camera, and I have removed this type, the source URL, and on script loaded, because we are not sending any data from native Android side to React Native side, neither we are sending any props. So I have completely removed this, and I have kept it extremely simple. So if you want, you can remove this as well. Okay, so something like this. Then you need to go to package.json, and here you need to copy paste this particular bit of code. So again, I have copy pasted it from the documentation, as you can see over here, but instead of web view I have written my camera over here, as well as over here. Then you need to do just cd into your React Native application and just do npm install, so it will do the setup for you. Then we need to run this particular command. So you can just copy this command, go to your terminal and just run it. So this will do code generation for you. It might take a bit of time. I have already ran this command, so it would be pretty quick for me. So here you can see, you should be able to see build successful. Then let's ignore this for now. We'll come back to this later on. Anyways, we won't be able to copy code from this particular file because the implementation will be completely different, right? So first what we need to do, you need to go to Android, go to app, go to build.gradle, and here you need, inside dependencies, you need to add this dependency. So MediaPipe task vision, camera core, camera 2, camera lifecycle, camera view, as well as constraint layout. Then you need to go to src main, and you need to add this assets folder, and inside assets folder you need to drag and drop the TensorFlow Lite model which you have downloaded from the MediaPipe website. Then you need to go to android manifest.xml, and here you need to add this uses feature of Android hardware camera as well as camera permission. Right external storage is not really required, so you can ignore that. Then you need to go to Java com, and inside this com you need to create a folder called my camera. Now the file name should match the same what you have written, whatever is the name of your TypeScript file. So be careful over here. So first what I have done is that I have created this particular file called face detector helper.kt. Now this should be your own package name. Now I'll simply scroll through this file. This I have copied it from the MediaPipe documentation. So if you want, you can refer to this documentation as well. I'll simply scroll through this. I won't waste much time. So here we are referencing to the TensorFlow Lite model. In case if you have changed the name, make sure you change it over here as well. Rest I'll just simply scroll through this. So this is not really important, this is for detecting video, so you can completely ignore this or completely remove this from your code base as well. Okay, this is important, we are using this one, detect live stream frame. Okay, so I'll simply scroll through this as well. Okay, and here we have this callbacks. This is for a result, this is for error. Now again you can ignore this as well, this is for only for static image, again we are not doing that. And this is for result bundle, and these are the listeners which we need to implement inside our main file. Then there is this overlay view.kt. again I'll simply scroll through this. I have copy pasted this code from the MediaPipe documentation. This helps us to draw the overlay of face on our live camera preview. So that's all there is to it. So again I'll simply scroll through this. Then we have this react my camera manager.kt. now this I have copy pasted it from this particular file, react web view manager. In our case it will be react my camera manager. Again I have so this is all the code for it. Everywhere wherever you see web view, just replace it with my camera. Okay, and other thing which I have removed is we are not passing any props, so I have completely removed this code. We don't have any callback, so I have completely removed this code as well. That's why you see such a short code over here. Then you need to write this react my camera package.kt. again I have copy pasted this code from their documentation as well. So if you come over here, again instead of web view you have to write my camera, that's it. Okay, and you need to go to your main application, go to main application.kt. you have to add this import, and you need to add this particular line of code as well. If I just show it to you, here you can see they have done it as well. Then finally let's see how to use, we have still not seen the main logic, I'll show that in a bit. First go to app.tsx, let's see how to use it. So these are all the imports which I have added. Then here is one state for camera permission, and here we are requesting for camera permission. Again ignore this comment, this is a wrong comment. So here once we are requesting the camera permission from use effect. Once camera permission is given, we just display our my camera component, and these are all the styles for it. Okay, now coming back to the main actual file, react my camera.kt. so now we have to write this on our own. So firstly these are all the imports, so you can just copy paste all these imports. Then here we are extending constraint layout. Then here is our detector, phase detector listener, as well as life cycle event listener. Here is our current context, here we initialize the preview view, here we initialize overlay view, and here is our background executor. Then here we set the delegate, the threshold as well. Then here is our phase detector helper, image analyzer, preview, camera provider. Here we get hold of our current activity. We add the listener as well. Then here we set constraint set for our constraint layout. We initialize our viewfinder. I'll come back to this, why we are doing this. This is just for compatible mode. Sometimes what happens is the overlay is not able to draw on our camera preview, that's why we do this. Maybe you can try commenting this out, but if you are still facing issue, maybe keep it as it is. Then we add the viewfinder to our view. Then here we constrain it to all sides of the screen. Then same for our overlay view as well, we do that, add it to our constraint layout, and then we constrain it to all sides of the screen, and we bring it to the front as well of our viewfinder. Then we apply the constraints. Then here we initialize our phase detector, and then here we call setup camera. Now why we were calling this particular method, right? So this is basically a hack which we need to do. If you don't do this, you will not be able to see your live camera preview. So to learn more about this, you can go to this particular URL over here. Then here we call setup camera, where we get hold of our camera provider feature. We add a listener. Then here we get hold of our camera provider. We call the bind camera use case. Here we initialize the aspect ratio strategy. Then here is our resolution selector. Then we set camera provider. Then here we set the camera selector as well. Then we initialize the preview view. Then we initialize our image capture, and we start looking for this live stream frame. Then we unbind our camera provider. We bind it to the life cycle, set the surface provider. In case of error, I'm just logging it to the console, but maybe you can send this data back to React Native side. And here on results, we just send it to our overlay view, which will draw the overlay on our face. Then inside on host resume, we just check if phase detector is closed, then set up phase detector. On host pause, if it is not, if it is initialized, then we clear the phase detector, and on host desktop we just shut down our background executor as well as do the termination as well. So yeah, that's all there is to it. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye.